In a case like this, one call would be shocking, but I want to ask it anyway. Even though we're not talking about politics this year, we want to be sort of your escape from all of that. The presidential election is tomorrow. It is tomorrow. My question for you guys listening, and it just takes one call. Is there anybody that is just finding out right now that you're just floored that the presidential election is tomorrow? You had no idea. 1-855-BERT Show. I can't think of one circumstance based on all the texts that I'm seeing or the commercial, the ads on everywhere.
Incessant.
Insane. I can't think of one circumstance where you wouldn't know that the presidential election is tomorrow. Can you? I mean, even if you were out of the country, the rest of the world is talking about it.
I think we've done this before, and there's always somebody who somehow has insulated themselves, and maybe you're just, because obviously what we do for a living, we're online chronically, we're watching television chronically, streaming services. If you have kids, every YouTube ad is a political ad, and so it's in your face. And we're a battleground state, so it's even worse for us.
And we'll put you on the voice disguiser if you got a reason. 1-855-BERT Show. I will stress this again. Your vote counts. I mean,
it does.
It really, really counts. No matter who you're voting for, you can take a look at all the statistics, and it is so close. Even the pollsters are like, we'll just throw a number out there. We're really not sure. But how could it actually be possible? 1-855-BERT Show that somebody does. You'd have to have been in an accident months ago. Slipped into a coma. You just came out of it 7 minutes ago, and you put the Bert Show on. And you're like, oh.
I feel like the only two possibilities is either one, you've been in space, so you've just been distracted there, or
I think they're campaigning up there. Yeah,
they got the message to space.
There are flags up there
for sure.
Or you've been in a submarine and you've been submerged for a long time. So it's either you're out in space or you're underwater. You got no idea.
One call. I can't imagine what the circumstance would be. Zeke, good morning. You're on the Bert Show. You had no idea the presidential election was tomorrow.
I definitely did, but 3 of my coworkers on a work call this morning had no idea whatsoever. They thought we were still either in A, early voting, or B, thought the election was like a couple weeks from now.
How is that possible? Don't tell me
I wonder that.
Don't tell me the name of the business, but what's the industry?
It's in telecommunications.
Telecommunications?
That really don't add
That's
up.
the craziest thing I heard. 3, were you floored when they said, we had no idea, it snuck right up on us?
I had to speak up on the call and just be like, yeah, so early voting ended Friday. Tomorrow's the election day. You have to go to your voting precinct. If you try to show up to the High Museum, you're kind of screwed.
I mean, you'll see some really nice art, but you're not going to see any polling places.
Vote. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for calling. Appreciate it. Oh, 2 calls. What? Who didn't know the presidential election is tomorrow? John, good morning. You're on the Bert Show.
Morning.
Good morning. Seriously now? You didn't have any idea?
I did not.
How?
So I work with Amish.
Oh.
And we don't have a whole lot of news going on.
Are you calling us from Pennsylvania?
No, I'm calling from Indiana.
Indiana. Okay. So when you say you work with the Amish, you're obviously not Amish because you've called us on a phone and we're on the radio. So how are you still so sequestered from any kind of media whatsoever?
So I don't have TV. I don't watch TV a whole lot. I spend most of my time on, I guess it would be Netflix, Hulu, all those. I don't actually watch in-person TV, I guess.
I was watching Hulu last night, and every time that bad boy went to commercial, it was, have you heard about this? I'm like, oh my God, you cannot escape it.
Right. Well, apparently you can. So if you're on net, go ahead.
I skip the ads. I paid for premium.
Wow.
Okay, brag a little more.
Well, now we know who you're voting for, Richie Rich.
That was a flex.
Okay,
boy.
1%er.
That is utterly stunning to me. So you're not going to vote, I'm guessing, because you have no idea where it is. And if you're just finding out that there's an election tomorrow, you're not going to vote.
Yeah, that would be correct.
Okay.
Well, you still have 24 hours to do a little research and to figure out your precinct. That's easily Googleable.
I don't even know that I would encourage somebody to vote right now.
You don't know anything.
Right? If you don't know anything at all, right? So there are going to be parts in Indiana and in Pennsylvania where it's Amish country and you just wouldn't cast a vote at all.
Correct.
Okay.
All right.
I appreciate it. I would have never predicted that. Never in a million years.
But Amish makes sense.
Yeah. That might be it.
That's the one that we said space. We said, submarine.
we missed.
And then we got
Space, coma, Amish.
There you go.
Only ones not voting tomorrow.
The Bert Show.